Justin, I want to respect your time, so just let me know when you need to go. The Rod Favre is asking, how much is Harbaugh trying to leave for the NFL hurting Michigan's recruiting right now? And I apologize for leaving you for a second looking over here, but I was scrolling through trying to find Michigan's recruiting ranking, and I knew it was I passed it, and number 33, everyone, by the way. So what are your thoughts? We've talked about it in recent weeks, but your thoughts about that connection?
Yeah, I think it definitely hurt them at the time. I think there was a little bit. I don't think it's hurting Michigan as much as people think. I think there are a lot of other factors that are going into it, and I would say most of it is NIL, and it's just the Wild West, and people are dropping bags everywhere, and it's the recruiting landscape has changed, a ton. It's no longer about, hey, here's our campus, here's all this stuff. A lot of it is just what's the number type of situation. So I think that's affecting that's affecting Michigan's recruiting more than anything. But what I will say right now is, a month ago, not even, they were at 55. Now they're at 33. They've got the barbecue in the big house this weekend, and I think they're going to jump up into the 20s, to be honest, because if I had to guess, they're going to get some commitments from some big-time, possibly even a 5-star, as well as some 4-stars. So I think that Michigan, if I had to guess, is going to end up in like the 15 to 20 range for recruiting, which obviously you'd hope that they're top 10, but I don't think 15 to 20 is anything to say, oh, the sky is falling, right?
Yeah, each recruiting class is a big deal, but you got to stack them so one drop to 13 in the country is not the end of the world. Riley, we appreciate your question there, but Justin already hit on the quarterback situation, so just watch the complete conversation. I got one last thing for you, Justin, if you've got 2 minutes, and that would be about camp. And just in regards to your outlook on the team, what do you think needs to be accomplished? What is maybe a sore spot that you would like to see addressed? Obviously, the information is going to be difficult to get, but what would you hope is being addressed?
Yeah, I think one thing that was interesting from Jim Harbaugh at the Big Ten Media Days, too, was that he said that he thinks the defense is going to be better. Obviously, you lose Mike McDonald and you bring in a Jesse Minter, who was at Vanderbilt. We've talked about this, probably the worst team in America in terms of Power 5. But it's tough because they don't have the talent that Michigan has. But I think with what they lost on defense, it would be really tough to see that they were going to be better on defense. But I think it's more so talking about the defensive, backs, the passing defense and things like that, where they struggled at times last year. But they've got some vets. You lose Daxton Hill, you lose Brad Hawkins, but they've got a Will Johnson coming in as a 5-star. They've got some guys that are going to step up. So I think it's a sore spot, but it's something that I would love to see them take strides. And I think Steve Klinkscale, one of the co-defensive coordinators up there, is really going to take a step up. One other thing that I think is people aren't talking about with Michigan enough is, yes, you reload with talent on the offensive side of the ball, but you lose Josh Gaddis and your offensive coordinator. Yes, you're installing mostly the same offense, right, with Matt Weiss and Sherrone Moore, but you've got 2 new play callers that haven't called plays much, and they're going to have to try and figure out, their rhythm as well. So I think that would be a sore spot. I would say that, it just needs to figure out. And I know that they're going to be doing that. They've been doing it all spring, all summer, and they're going to do it in fall camp. But with play calling, you really can't get a vibe for play calling until you're in the middle of a game in the second quarter or the third quarter, and are we run? Are we passing? Or what are we doing here? So that would be something I think to watch out for Michigan here.